Quando Rondo has always been the type of rapper to be quiet and gentle about anything. But things changed when he became involved in the killing of King Von. The death of King Von has cast a shadow over Quando Rondo's rap career, and rappers have learned to steer clear from him. But still, it looks like there are a few rappers who don't see him as tough and aren't even scared of making that known to him. Keep watching till the end of this video to see rappers who never feared Quando Rondo. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Quando Rondo's troublesome history. Quando Rondo's life on the streets started when he was just 11. He was taken away from his mom and dad by Child Protective Services and placed to live with his aunt, whom he called his grandma. You could say his grandma was his biggest op at the time because she called the cops on almost anything Quando Rondo did. Crazy, right? After getting a simple battery charge at the age of 11 for beating up his cousin, he was eventually sent to a military-style boot camp. After breaking his parole 4 different times, I doubt you ever want to have a kid like him. It's too much work getting him to just sit in one place. He even cut off his leg monitor and ran away from his grandma's house. Ain't nobody putting a leash on Quando Rondo. At 14, he realized his friends were moving on with their lives and weren't really around him anymore. He dropped out of school and fully started getting deeper into the streets to support himself. Of course, he was caught after tripping a silent alarm in a house and was sentenced to another 15 months in jail for the burglary charge. He was caught again with a stolen car and a gun. I'm sure you know what happened next. He was sentenced to 24 months in jail, his longest sentence ever. When he got out, he built a relationship with NBA Youngboy, who later signed him to his record label. It all looked good for Quando at the time, having a music career and getting signed to not just any record label. But it all went south when he was involved in the killing of King Von. He wasn't responsible for pulling the trigger because his friend Lil Tim did, and that also meant he was responsible since Lil Tim was a member of his crew. King Von ended up losing his life, and Lil Tim never saw the outside of a prison cell again. And Quando Rondo might not be involved in any legal troubles, but on the streets, he better watch his back. 600 Breezy. Since the passing of the late rapper King Von, it's safe to say friends and family still plan on continuing the 26-year-old's legacy. While putting out an announcement to release King Von's music, friends of the rapper are letting it known that they still hold some respect for the Chicago native's name. One of the friends was 600 Breezy, who grew up alongside the rapper in the city of Chicago. On King Von's behalf, Breezy addressed some comments made by T.I. on Instagram that fans believed had to do with King Von. T.I. has since clarified that his comments were grossly mistaken and were not directed at the King Von situation at all. And 600 Breezy didn't stop there. Recently, rapper Quando Rondo put out a diss song breaking his silence since the murder of King Von. Damn right, we scrambling. Look at the footage. That's all the evidence. See, them shouldn't have ran up on me. Who the said that I was hiding? I'm still riding around with them bands on me. Quando Rondo rapped in the song, responding to fans who said the rapper is now hiding out of fear of retaliation from King Von's camp. After hearing the song, 600 Breezy went on his story to post, "Stop canceling shows and perform that song." After it was alleged that Quando Rondo canceled his show after Lil Durk bought out the concert tickets to one of Quando Rondo's shows, hopefully no one gets hurt in the future. But one thing is for sure, you speak down on King Von's name, people are waiting to have a word with you, and Quando Rondo should really be careful. Lil Durk. The beef between Quando Rondo and Lil Durk has been going on for 2 long years, and at some point, Lil Durk was forced to confront Quando about what went down with King Von's shooting. Quando Rondo even made it easier for Durk when he reached out to him via Instagram. Quando has suffered a huge loss in his career after the death of King Von, as no rapper is willing to collaborate with him. He sent a DM to Durk, asking him to squash whatever beef they had. Quando said, "We need to talk, cuz this going too far. I can't even do shows. I gotta feed my people." Lil Durk had a very simple reply for him, as he plainly said, "Stay safe." Quando saw Durk's reply as a way of trying to threaten him and also to be on the lookout for the possibility that he might catch a beating soon. Quando Rondo wasn't just going to back down, saying, "Come on, cuz, you know me, I ain't fearing, but we could dead this. the social media. Let's talk this out in person. No one else, just us. Lil Durk was definitely done with the conversation. Looking at the reply he gave, he simply said, "Do a show, you good, folks." But come on, you could literally smell the sarcasm in the replies. Quando Rondo was still not satisfied as he pushed further to ask for Durk's number, saying, "I don't believe that, big bruh. What you on? What's your number? Call me." Durk then replied, "Like I said, stay safe." At this point, Quando Rondo was already pissed and the tone of the conversation had changed. Quando replied, "It then. I'm ready for whatever. We can talk out or it's whatever, cuz I wanted dead this. This got me losing money." The conversation ended there, but a few days later, the chats were leaked and hit the media. Quando Rondo denied that the chats ever took place and said they were crafted by the media to look like he was begging Durk. He addressed the situation via Instagram saying, "Don't believe no Instagram. I ain't DM nobody." They took jabs at each other, dissing themselves in songs and interviews. Quando Rondo decided to get on Lil Durk's nerves after taking responsibility for King Von's death. Lil Durk's brother, Dante Banks, aka D-Thang, was hit outside of Club O in Chicago, but sadly he died from his injuries. A couple of months after the tragic incident, Quando Rondo also took responsibility for D-Thang's death, saying, "Looks like dissing me in your songs got your brother killed," in one of his tracks. He even went on to talk about his mom, rapping, "Not even $1 million can change the way your mother feels about you." Now Quando is just looking for way too much trouble. In August 2022, Quando Rondo was at a gas station in Los Angeles when 3 gunmen rolled up on him and emptied their guns into his vehicle. He made it out alive, but his homie Lil Pab died on the spot. A day after the incident, Quando Rondo took to his Instagram story saying, "It's time for me to take some time to myself and free myself from a lot of people. My main man's gone and a lot more. I'm cool on a lot of. If I feel you not with me, it's no reason to be holding on to you." He continued, "I'm my own man. I laid my flag down. I'm not neighborhood. Y'all ain't gonna ride for real. It makes no sense for me being a part of your." Looks like he never recovered from the hit and had learned to never go after Lil Durk the hard way. Quando Rondo has since stayed away from any gang-related activities or even dissed any rapper for a long time. He's been very low-key and has backed out of getting himself into any trouble. These rappers definitely made it clear to him that if he wasn't careful, he'd find himself 6 feet under the ground. That's the end of today's video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe for more content. Thanks.